Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Cindy Daychuck with Queen Bee Creations, and I'm happy that you're tuning in today. If you have not already liked and subscribed, then I invite you to keep us coming into your feed. We come at you at least twice a week with different craft projects and furniture refinishing. You never know what we get up to. Today, I just wanted to share, I know that wood is, for projects and things, is for some of us or some people a little bit difficult to come by. I just want to give you a heads up on another source that I use. And it's these broken boards, so little pine boards, so super light, that come from Taekwondo grading. So, they're attached like this. They break them with their hands, their feet, their elbows, whatever they're asked to do, and then they throw them out. So all of these big chunks are great resources. First of all, they make excellent kindling. So if you have a fireplace, you want to chop them up for kindling, go and grab these. Usually most locations will do a grading once a month. I like to grab some of the big chunks that I can use if I was building a birdhouse, if I was doing projects. Today, what I wanted to do was I wanted to make some wooden mittens. So I just printed off, I just drew out a little shape. I am drawing it onto the wood, and I am going to use scroll saw there to cut out two of them. So I have a pair. We'll see how my cutting goes. I'm not hot at that. So I am thinking, though, that these are thin enough and light enough that that will cut really easily and I will be able to manage it. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping that sanding them afterward hides a multitude of sins and not very effective cutting technique. So we'll see how that goes. But I just wanted to give you a heads up on the wood. We're gonna get started cutting these out so that we can move forward with the rest of the project, and then I'll get back to you with where we're going with this. My mittens, my little mittens, all cut out. This wood is so light, it really cuts out easy. Now you could use a jigsaw for this. If you don't have any of those tools, I'm asking for a jigsaw for Christmas. Then find somebody who does. I have a man that I've met thrifting, and he keeps saying, oh, I'll cut anything out for you, just let me know. So if I decided I need a lot of these, I know where to go. I hate to bug him when I'm just doing two to see how it goes. Now, the next step, so I sanded these down because they're really, really lightweight pine and stuff that, they'd have kind of fringed edges, not fringed edges, but little loose pieces coming up. And, I kind of sanded them to make it look like I was rounding the corners better than I did. They're not perfect, but I think they're good enough to craft with, so I'm okay. Now I am taking Carnival Red by DIY, so a nice Christmassy red. And in this step, we're doing nothing more than getting some paint on these. So nothing magical, just get them painted. Use a red paint of your choice, and then we're good to go. I'll come back when this part's done. Our mittens are dry, and I have not distressed them yet because I want to stamp them. And after they're stamped, then I want to distress them. So it didn't make sense to do it twice. Okay, so what we're looking at doing is using the Cozy stamp from IOD and doing just some wonderful little detailing on them. These are very stuck on when you first get these. What I have done, this is a brand new stamp, I haven't used it yet. What I have done with it is I have already sanded it. So just lightly sand the tops the first time. It makes them a little less slick. Your paint or your ink is going to stick better. And that's really what you're looking for. So I have white ink on my pad. And what I'm looking at doing is just inking up some of this. I'm going to drop it down just a little bit. So you want to make sure that you hit all the areas, but you don't want to smear it. Now, I do want this just to go around that edge, so I'm going to take it there as well. Okay, and we get this lovely little pattern. And I'm going to take it ultimately all the way around my piece. I want this other little bit of trim as well. And I'm going to do both mittens the same so that on my project they're going to look like a pair, right? They're going to look like a matching pair. So I'm going to take that just around the edge too. Okay. And what else have we got? Maybe I'll do just the big snowflake down there. Okay. Stay cozy. Do the snowflake on one and maybe the stay cozy on the other. Okay, so I'm going to get this stamped on the other side. So I'm going to get the pattern wrapped around the top. I'm going to put stay cozy on the other side, get this one done, and then I'm going to lightly distress all the edges, and I'm going to seal them with wax. So I'm going to let that all dry overnight, and then we'll be able to come back and get the rest of our piece done. I have the mittens all waxed up, and I attached into it a little eye hook. Now, what I do want to do is I want to just kind of decorate these up a little bit. So what I do have from the dollar store is a roll of little pom-pom yarn. So I have cut 2 pom-poms of different lengths that I am going to glue down just on the very top of this so that they hang at different angles. And then I'm going to take a couple of other pom-poms and I'm just going to glue them across the top. So probably 2 will do it. I might do 3 if I kind of edge this out, maybe 4, just so it looks like the top of the mitten is kind of furry. And what that will do is kind of hide where I'm gluing this. It will hide my eye hook and where I'm going to be attaching some of my ribbon. And there we go. And we still have the eye hook in the middle that I can attach some jute to. So I'm going to do the second one exactly the same way. I'm just going to do it in a minute and show you what else I have. So I have this old jute covered ring that also has a couple of pine cones dangling from it. So all that they've done is they've taken a hot glue and they've glued the jute down onto it. And what I'm looking at doing is we're going to zhuzh this up even more. We're going to add some more to it, and we're going to get our mittens hanging from this so that ultimately we have kind of a little door hanger, right? So let me get my other mitten done and get it drying, and then we'll start adding to other things. All right, now it becomes a matter of gluing on different elements. So I've glued my mittens so that they hang at staggered lengths, and I am going to now start attaching other elements, and I want those staggered too. Now I do have these awesome little metal kind of, oh, little acorn bells. There we go. That I can hang in there. And I'm gonna wanna hang another. But I am also going to look at hanging a pick up here. So I'm gonna want some greenery as well as these elements. Gets a little crazy here. So I do want some of these things to be able to kind of hang out in front and hang down a little bit. So we're gonna add greenery in there and some other elements and just start adding, right? So no rhyme or reason, just whatever looks good to you. We're just going to attach on and continue on. And this is our finished little mitten ornament door hanger. So all I did was I just kept gluing. I took little pieces of greenery and things that I have sitting out on my desk, and I kept just kind of adding to this, elongating, added the little, this happens to be a metal bow. It was attached to all of these metal ornaments that when I started cutting them away, I was left with that metal bow, and I kind of liked it, so I attached it onto the top there. But this is kind of a nice, kind of super cute, different kind of door hanger from doing a wreath or a swag. I'm kind of digging it. I kind of like it. I think that there's a lot that you could do with those mitten shapes beyond just this. And I don't know, we'll see how much time I have and whether I come up with some other items. But that Taekwondo wood was super easy to cut. So even if you are using a handsaw, it would saw really easily. So if you have a local dojang or, you know, any kind of the martial arts studios, not a problem to be able to pop in and ask that you're more than happy to come and take away any of the wood from some of their monthly gradings. Just a thought as an extra source. Let me know what you think of this one, guys. I'll take a couple of pics that show it up a little bit better for you. Always interested in your comments, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Until then, take care.